sunny morning, as Abi the ant ventured out into the sprawling savanna in search of food, she stumbled upon a peculiar sight, a vibrant green grasshopper perched atop a swaying blade of grass, its antennae twitching with curiosity. Intrigued by the grasshopper's graceful movements and melodic chirping, Abi approached cautiously, her tiny feet carrying her closer to the enigmatic creature. "Hello there," chirped the grasshopper, its voice as lively as its demeanor. "What brings you to my humble abode, lovely ant?" she continued. Abi paused, momentarily taken aback by the grasshopper's friendly greeting. She had heard tales of the elusive grasshoppers that roamed the savanna, but never had she encountered one up close. The gossip was that they all loved to laze around and were otherwise not very useful in the society. But in the heart of the African savanna, nestled among tall grasses and sprawling acacia trees, there thrived the bustling ant colony of Antilia. Each member of the colony played a vital role in maintaining its harmony and productivity. At the helm of this industrious community was Queen Anara, wise and revered by all. Under her guidance, the ants toiled tirelessly, gathering food, caring for the young, and defending their territory against intruders. Among the countless workers scurrying about was a spirited ant named Abi. Unlike her diligent counterparts, Abi possessed an insatiable curiosity and boundless energy. She was always eager to explore new areas of the colony and lend a helping hand wherever needed. But above all, Abi had a passion for dancing. While her siblings diligently carried out their duties, Abi would often be found swaying and twirling to the rhythm of the wind, her tiny feet tapping out a melody of their own. Despite her frivolous nature, Abi's infectious enthusiasm endeared her to her fellow ants, especially after Queen Anara declared that she was sure that Abi was a member of their family for a reason, stating that her contagious joy and laughter brought a lot of sunshine to their otherwise arduous lives. This happened after one of Abi Ant's dance shows, so to speak. Abi regularly practiced her graceful moves and latest routine at a particular corner of the colony, and a crowd of ants would often gather nearby. Although she was always surprised by this act, she was very grateful for the community support. This particular day, the entire Antilia colony erupted into applause, led by Queen Anara herself. She had come to watch Abi dance. "Abi," Queen Anara in her regal attire proclaimed, "your talent is a gift to us all. Never stop dancing, for you bring light and joy to our colony." She couldn't have been more accurate because a fierce storm threatened to ravage their home not long after. As the storm descended upon the savanna, the colony of ants braced themselves for the onslaught of wind and rain. With their fragile home at risk of being swept away, tensions ran high among the ants as they worked tirelessly to reinforce the Antillean defenses. Amidst the chaos, Abi, with her boundless energy and irrepressible spirit, saw an opportunity to lift the morale of her fellow ants and provide a moment of respite amidst the turmoil. Ignoring the pelting rain and howling wind, Abi began to dance. Her movements were fluid and graceful, a mesmerizing display of agility and rhythm that captivated her comrades. As Abi twirled and spun, her dancing feet seemed to defy the forces of nature, weaving a tapestry of joy and hope amidst the storm. Inspired by Abi's courage and determination, the other ants soon joined in, their tiny bodies swaying in unison to the rhythm of the storm. For a brief moment, the fears and worries that weighed heavy on their hearts were forgotten as they lost themselves in the sheer joy of movement. Abi's dancing was, however, more than just a momentary distraction. It was a powerful symbol of resilience and unity in the face of adversity. As the storm raged on, the ants found strength in their collective spirit, fortified by the knowledge that together, they could weather any storm that came their way. And when the storm finally passed and the sun emerged from behind the clouds, the colony emerged stronger and more united than ever before. Abi's dancing had brought them together in their darkest hour, reminding them that even in the face of the fiercest storms, there is always light and hope to be found. But that was just the beginning of their troubles. The queen's predictions seemed to be unfolding rather quickly. Although none of the ants, including her and Abi, knew it at the time. One sunny morning, as Abi the ant ventured out into the sprawling savanna in search of food, she stumbled upon a peculiar sight. A vibrant green grasshopper perched atop a swaying blade of grass, its antenna twitching with curiosity. Intrigued by the grasshopper's graceful movements and melodic chirping, Abi approached cautiously, her tiny feet carrying her closer to the enigmatic creature. "Hello there," chirped the grasshopper, its voice as lively as its demeanor. "What brings you to my humble abode, lovely ant?" she continued. Abi paused, momentarily taken aback by the grasshopper's friendly greeting. She had heard tales of the elusive grasshoppers that roamed the savanna, but never had she encountered one up close. "I'm Abi," she replied, mustering up courage. "I'm from the nearby ant colony, and I'm out gathering food for my fellow ants. What about you?" The grasshopper, who introduced herself as Gaya, smiled warmly, her emerald eyes twinkling with amusement. "I'm just enjoying the sunshine and the sweet melodies of the savanna," Gaya replied. "But it's always nice to make a new friend, especially one as industrious as you, Abi." As the day wore on, Abi and Gaya found themselves engrossed in lively conversation, exchanging stories and sharing laughter amidst the rustling grass and chirping insects. Despite their differences in size and lifestyle, Abi and Gaya discovered that they had much in common. A love for adventure, a passion for music, and a shared appreciation for the beauty of the natural world. As the sun began to set and the shadows lengthened across the savanna, Abi bid farewell to her new friend, promising to visit again soon. That promise, however, came quicker than Abi had planned. Much quicker. One evening, as the dark clouds gathered ominously overhead, Abi the ant sensed a different kind of threat looming on the horizon. Rumors had been circulating among the ants of a nearby termite colony amassing their forces, preparing to launch an attack on the ants' home. As the colony of ants faced the impending onslaught of the neighboring termite colony, tensions ran high among the ranks. Because it was a known fact that the termites, with their formidable numbers and destructive capabilities, posed a significant threat to the ants' food supply and the integrity of their home. With untold anxiety gripping the colony, Abi knew that they needed all the help they could get to fend off the impending assault. Turning to her unlikely friend, Gaya the grasshopper, Abi sought her aid in preparing for the imminent confrontation. Despite their differences in size and temperament, Gaya readily agreed to stand by Abi's side, offering her support and guidance as they rallied the colony for battle. And so amidst the chaos, Abi, with her boundless energy and creative spirit, stepped forward with a daring plan to outsmart their adversaries. Gathering her fellow ants to work with Gaya and herself, led by Queen Anara, she outlined her strategy with unwavering confidence. Abi proposed a diversionary tactic, utilizing the natural terrain of the savanna to their advantage. While the majority of the colony engaged the termites head-on, distracting them with a fierce display of strength and resilience, Abi, Gaya and a small team of volunteers would embark on a covert mission deep into enemy territory. Under the cover of darkness, Abi and her comrades set out, navigating through the labyrinthine tunnels of the termite mound with stealth and precision. Their mission was twofold: to disrupt the termites' food supply and to sow discord among their ranks. With Abi leading the charge, the team employed a combination of tricks and resourcefulness to achieve their objectives. They sabotaged the termites' food stores, rendering them vulnerable to starvation, and spread false rumors among their ranks, sowing confusion and dissent. By the time the first wave of termite soldiers descended upon the ant colony, the battle was half won. Abi and Gaya also sprang into action, orchestrating a coordinated defense that caught their adversaries off guard. While the ants mobilized their forces, forming a formidable line of defense around their home, Gaya used her agility and speed to distract and disorient the termite invaders, leading them on a wild chase across the savannah. With Abi and Gaya working in tandem, the ants gained the upper hand, driving back the termites with fierce determination and unwavering resolve. But victory came at a cost, as the colony suffered significant damage to their home and infrastructure in the chaos of battle. As dawn broke over the savannah, the colony of ants emerged victorious, their enemies vanquished, and their home, though damaged, was safeguarded once more. With their combined efforts, the ants and their newfound ally defeated the termites, saving Antilia from total destruction. Abi's bold leadership and ingenuity, with the help of Gaya, her friend, had turned the tide of battle, earning her the admiration and respect of her fellow ants. Undeterred, Abi rallied her fellow ants, leading them in a collective effort to rebuild and fortify their defenses and Antilia against future attacks. With Gaya's area reconnaissance and Abi's strategic insight, the colony emerged stronger and more resilient than ever before. The ants, all united in their determination to protect their home at all costs. In the aftermath of the conflict, Abi's dancing feet took on a new significance, symbolizing not just joy and frivolity but also resilience and courage in the face of adversity. And as the colony celebrated their hard-fought victory, they knew that they owed their success, in no small part, to the indomitable spirit of Abi and her unseen serpent's approach to life. They also never ever forgot Gaya the Grasshopper, whom they had initially thought would only be a burden. Queen Anara, immensely grateful for their bravery and ingenuity, gathered the colony for a celebration and to express her admiration. As she stood at the center of the bustling colony, surrounded by jubilant ants, grasshoppers, and other creatures who had come to celebrate their victory over the termites, she made a moving speech. Today, we have witnessed the power of unity and resilience, Queen Anara declared, her voice ringing out with conviction. Thanks to Abi, Gaya, and every ant in our colony, Antilia stands strong. Let us never forget the strength we possess when we stand together. Let us also celebrate this moment not just as a victory over our enemies, but as a reaffirmation of the bonds that unite us. For as long as we stand together, there is nothing we cannot overcome. Music filled the air as Abi led the colony in a joyous dance, her graceful movements captivating the crowd. Gaya the Grasshopper also joined in. Queen Anara watched with pride, her heart swelling with gratitude for the bravery and unity displayed by her subjects and ally. And in that moment, she knew what had to be done. Let the party begin, Queen Anara shouted. With those words, the celebration resumed in earnest. Music and laughter echoed into the night as the ants of Antilia twirled while dancing under the stars. Their spirits were buoyed by the knowledge that they were stronger together. And as Queen Anara looked out over her thriving colony, she knew that no challenge could ever dim the light of their unity. Hope you enjoyed the story. Did you know that 1. The average ant colony contains thousands of individual ants. Ant colonies come in literally all shapes and sizes. 2. Ants have specific jobs. All the females apart from the queen are worker ants. 3. Ants can lift 10 to 50 times their body weight. Well, one other fact is that ants do not have ears, and they are found on every continent on Earth except Antarctica. Pretty cool. The African Tales Stories and Fables blooper story. The termites blooped for sure. The joke was on them.
Enjoy so many more short and entertaining African tales, stories, and fables by watching the videos displayed on the screen. Thank you, and see you there.